Salute, salute. It's real nice out here. We just was on the Manhattan Bridge, overseeing the entire sky structure of downtown, Empire Building, numerous of things. It's a tour. Salute, salute. Oklahoma. Salute, salute, Robert. It's it's I thought that like Vegas, would be packed, like fights and different things of that nature. But New York is truly, truly packed. You guys got Oklahoma Thunder. Who say nothing but thunders and winds? Yeah, New York was one of those things that was on my bucket list, but so I can scratch it off. Now I've been to California, Los Angeles, Sacramento, San Francisco, Oakland, San Diego. I've been to a few places in California, and now I can say I've been to New York. So I've been on the East Coast and the West Coast. I've been on the East Coast and the West Coast. So, and being from the South, it's a beautiful thing. I go to Oklahoma all the time. I go to Winstar and Choctaw Casino all the time. But I came to New York so I could take a cruise out of New York. I wanted to see the Statue of Liberty and sightsee in New York, and then still go tropical to an island. So tomorrow I'll be getting on a cruise ship. Loving it. I'm loving it. It's got some shows and things of that nature. When the cruise come back, I'm gonna catch me a show on Broadway. Catch me a show on Broadway when the cruise come back. But yeah, it's what I expected it to be. What the thing about it? My plane got in kind of late. Plane got in like 5 o'clock. So the actual ferry to the statue, the Liberty, was closed. But the beautiful thing about it is tomorrow when I get on the cruise ship, my balcony, I'm hoping that my balcony is on the same side with the Statue of Liberty. So tomorrow I will see the Statue of Liberty up front and close. And if my balcony room is on the same side of the Statue of Liberty, I will have the privilege of just sitting on my balcony and enjoying the amazing view of the Statue of Liberty. So, hopefully, I'm gonna see it one way or the other. I'm gonna see it from the cruise ship, or either when I get back from the cruise ship, I'm gonna take a tour to. But I'm definitely gonna see the Statue of Liberty though. Definitely. Yeah, Broadway. Yeah, I'm staying on Times Square, like like in a hotel right off of Times Square. So Times Square, now I expected Times Square to be a lot more than what it is. In all honesty, from the videos that I've seen on TikTok and different YouTube videos, I expected that to be a little bit more. But it's like maybe I would say, if you've been to Hollywood, Hollywood is about 3 blocks wide. I mean long. Sorry, 4 blocks long. I would say that the main area for Times Square is maybe about 3, 4 blocks. The main area with all the large screens and things of that nature. But when you're seeing it from a video, it seems like it's so big. But the main area of Times Square. Now, don't get me wrong. The crowd walk from Times Square. The crowd walk a good distance, but the main screens is about 3, 4 blocks. Oh, thank you, Robin. Yeah, it's not that big. It's like when I went to Hollywood, and I thought that the Hollywood was big, and then I realized, it's just a little strip. There's no okay. If you're from Oklahoma, if you've been to San Antonio, it's like the same size as that street where the Alamo at. It's no bigger than that. Of course, it's more lit and more live because you got the screens, the monitors, and you got a lot of traffic, but it's not that big. Times Square not, the major part of Times Square not that big. People make the TikTok videos, and it's not that big. As you can see, homeless is everywhere. There's homeless people. Homeless is everywhere bad. You know. The skyscrapers, it's huge. They're huge. It reminds me of the skyscrapers down in Miami. Only difference is Miami skyscrapers are a little bit more modern, more newer. You can see that a lot of skyscrapers here in New York is kind of old, given the fact that a lot of buildings have window units for air conditioning. Like right here, got window units poking out the side. See like right here, window units on there. Those are window units. So these buildings got to be at least built like early 1900s, possibly. 1918, 1920, 1930, or whatnot like that. They're being maintained, but the type of AC units and air conditioning system that the buildings have, you can tell that it's dated because it's not split units. It's window units. Miami a little bit more newer. It looked like but it's a beautiful city though. And they do have the pizza for 99 cents a slice and $1.25 a slice off Times Square, but you're not gonna be able to get. I paid $5 a slice because I was in that radius of Times Square that I'm talking about, where at 3 to 4 blocks. So I paid $5 a slice for a slice of pizza. But if I'd have walked down maybe 4 or 5 blocks, maybe 6, I could have got the pizza for $1.25, 99 cents. Just in case you decide to come to New York, and you stay Times Square area, if you walk 2, 3 blocks down further, you get pizza $1.25, 99 cents slice. But anywhere there's activity at, or what we call the place to be, the price is gonna be a little bit more higher. But this is called a off and on bus tour. Um, the rate is $59. But we was walking and the guy said 29, so I negotiated them down to $19 per person for our group. So we got a good deal. See like that building right there? If you see like the windows where it's dark at, those are window units. Like down south, where down south, where we have to help our air conditioners and whatnot when it's actually 100 plus degrees. They have these out here to keep the buildings cool. These are window units. Where it look dark at, that's window units. Like 5,000 BTUs and 7,000 BTUs. That's why they got so many. Yeah, it was a good deal. It was a good deal. The regular rate 59. Their promo where they was offering 29, and I was like, it's like buying a car. If your car good when you go to try to trade it in or go swap it out, you ride out. You don't need the business. So it's one of those things. Well, I wouldn't. I was interested, but it wasn't something that I had to have. So when he came down to 19, it was like, okay, cool, let's do it. Everything is negotiable. Everything. Everything is negotiable. And if they don't want to negotiate, maybe at that time it's not for you. Now traffic, when they say traffic is horrible, listen. Okay, a 5-mile radius. My hotel was 5 miles from the airport, 5.2 miles from the airport. Why it took us an hour and 15 minutes to get to the hotel? Because traffic. So traffic, but it was rush hour though, because like I said, the plane arrived at 5 something New York time. So traffic was extremely, extremely, extremely bad. Yeah, 5 miles. Something that normally would take us 5 miles, 15 minutes. It took an hour and 20 minutes to get 5 miles. And yes, like the movies when everybody blowing horns and rushing, it's just like that. It's like that person. The drivers are very, very impatient. I thought that my Uber driver was gonna have like 9, 10 wrecks because he'll accelerate, slam on brakes, hit brakes, jump around people. That's the way they drive out here. They really do drive like that. I was on the passenger side, and I thought I had brakes myself. I was pushing my left feet down, thinking I was hitting brakes. That's how they drive. He had me thinking I had brakes. I was literally pushing brakes. Look at this view. Look at this view, guys. Like as if I had brakes. That's how I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I was like, man, this man gonna have an accident while I'm in this car. And it's you always get the Uber XL for 6 because we got so much of luggage, and so I want the room. I tell you, man, Lord have mercy. The way he was driving, I was scared. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't too. You know, yes, I'm glad he didn't. I was scared though. But the thing about it though was I give him a good rating. Personality won me over. Extremely friendly. You know, the thing about it. A lot of places I have been, like Vegas, LA, different places, New York. My Uber driver always has been someone who's from a different culture. Like when I was in California, on my way to the airport, I had an Asian Uber driver. I'm always getting someone who's different, and I mean, absolutely awesome and friendly individuals I have gotten. Absolutely. Look at this. It seems like look at the skyscrapers. It seems like they're going up in the sky, like the fall. It look like they're going up in the sky due to all the fall. But yeah, it's a beautiful city. It may be one of the, I ain't gonna say maybe. I believe that it's possibly the biggest downtown probably in America. As far as skyscrapers and buildings, I would say it's probably the biggest downtown, area. But I tell you this though, a lot of the people in the city itself, being from the South, the South, we're more friendly. We're more how you doing, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Here, a lot of the people are not so friendly. They don't speak. That's just the way it is. And I guess it's because so fast paced, and a lot of people probably got been in situations before and walked. What's going on, most hated? Yeah, Southern, we friendly. We said that's why it's called Southern hospitality. We definitely friendly. We definitely we wake up in the morning and whatnot, and we step out. We gonna say good morning, how you doing? And we walk into the same cafe, or we walk into the same restaurant, we gonna say good morning, how you doing, or whatever. That's just the nature of Southern folks. Now I refuse to eat from these little places, and there's nothing to knock at the individual who got the boot, but it's just too many rats. It's just too many rats that I have seen on videos, so I can't eat any food from these vendors, unfortunately. I have to go to a restaurant who I know getting quality checks and inspections by the health commission or whatnot of New York. I went on one street. I don't know the name of the street, but one street it was nothing but jewelry stores, nothing but jewelry stores. And when I tell you, it was, a lot of jewelry stores. That's all it was, And it was actually in the Jewish community, There was nothing but jewelry stores. But you guys see all those stands, they're empty. Like, there's not nobody buying food from these vendors. I don't know how they make money. Fifth Avenue. I'm gonna go to the Louis Vuitton store when I get back. See that vendor right there? There's nobody at those vendors. They're all empty. And I guess they think the same way I think. You know, it's like, you know, from the videos you see those large sewer rats. And it's like, how can I buy food from an outside vendor when I know, you know, one street we passed, there was so many trash cans in the front that the business owners were putting out front. You know, I couldn't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And this is a city too though that, you know, I would do. I wouldn't drive. I wouldn't rent a car here. I just do Uber because, you know, like I said, the way the traffic is, my nerves would be bad. So I couldn't do. I have to do Uber. Look at this building. How high I go up. We got to be coming back to Times Square. You're welcome, Robin. You're welcome. It's overall, it's a beautiful city. You know, it's a beautiful city overall. But like I said, it's another vendor right here on the corner. You don't see nobody here neither. You know. Thank you, Robin. Salute, salute. Ajá. Creo que están los...